The Johannesburg Heritage Foundation has officially launched a petition which is calling on the city to reopen the library. The organization, alongside others such as the Johannesburg Crisis Alliance, say there is no substantial reason why the doors to the facility remain shut. Supporters gathered at the Beyers Naude Sqaure to highlight their plight. Katleho Sekhotho was there.
The Johannesburg City Library has been closed to the public since May 2021. Now, city officials cite safety issues as the main reason for the closure. However, the Johannesburg Heritage Foundation says they've done their own inspection and found that only minor issues exist.
The more we wait, the more nothing happens. You know, we watch scaffolding goes up, scaffolding comes down, scaffolding goes up again, and then it comes down again, and we're not seeing any progress, and there doesn't seem to be any sense of urgency. It's almost as if the city thinks that this is a second, third, fourth tier problem. And it's not. Libraries are not a luxury. In a country where there are massive educational shortfalls, where there's a massive literacy component, a literacy issue, we need facilities like this to be open to the public. It's a resource that is not being used.
Flemminger says the library offers so many opportunities.
There are 1.5 million books inside the building, 120 workstations with free Wi-Fi. There's a daily reading room where people can come for free and read newspapers and magazines. All of those things are not available. Our literacy programs are not running. Students can't get in to access the information. Access to knowledge and information is a human right in our Bill of Rights, and the city is depriving its citizens of these rights as for keeping the library closed for as long as they have.
Academics, students and supporters of the call to action say access to literature is closely tied to democracy.
And the Johannesburg Public Library is such a door of learning, which for too long has remained closed for African people. It doesn't make any sense that 30 years into our freedom, we repeat that original act. It goes against the promise of liberation itself, as well as against the promise of democracy.
The professor says a library is just as important as any basic service.
In this election year, we should be demanding from our political parties and our politicians and our authorities to commit to reinvest massively in expanding cultural public infrastructures. They are just as important as safe roads, safe hospitals, having clean water, having access to electricity.
Students from Wits University say the closed doors are a letdown.
So libraries have been an important part of my childhood. Where I grew up in Rudaport, we had a library. I had a library card, and going to the library was always an experience, like getting to present your card, you get to take out books, you get to sit. And so finding out that this has been closed since COVID, you know, and depriving a whole community of that same opportunity was upsetting.
We can't have children who are surrounded by high rates of violence, you know, in various ways, structural violence, gender-based violence, you know, and surrounded by overt sexuality in various ways, whether it's in media, whether it's the way that people interact with them on a daily basis. But then there's nothing there to nurture the intellectual side, you know. So again, it's just saying that we're crippling. Our country is slowly being crippled and it's slowly dying.
The foundation says it's hoping for any response from the city within 7 days. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Katleho Sekhotho in Johannesburg.